Hello everybody, so I'm going to do another card using a Kokorosa die, and this is the Clockworks, and this was probably the one I was the most excited about, so I don't quite get why I haven't done anything with it yet, but we're going to right now. What I want to start out with is this, it's kind of a gray color here, and I'm just going to cut it out kind of in the middle of the paper. Probably should have moved it over. That's really sticking out. There's a few pieces in there. Still in there. I thought I cleaned it out. Some of these are really small and hard to kind of get out. So I need to say, I guess, that Kokorosa sent me these items to try out. I didn't pay for them. I will have an affiliate link in the description. And let's see how this does now. I'm wondering if I should have this paper cut out, but I'm thinking that I would rather have the option of, if it messes up, it was this one and the chickens, and I love them chickens. They are adorable, but they're a lot of work too, so. But those birds on a branch ended up being really good. I really liked them. Also, more than I didn't have to do as much to it as I thought I would. Let me just put it that way. Okay, getting this off of here might be a job. Okay. I didn't use the full sandwich. I didn't have my metal plate in there. Because I found that I used the Anna Griffin, and they're kind of powerful, but then this, oh, look, I broke it. Okay, that's not a good one. Now I might be able to use that in something else later on. Let me do this again. Maybe this time I'll use the metal. But of course these big pieces will come out easy enough. You know, I may still be able to use that, actually. Yeah, let me see if I can get these others out of here, all right. Nope. I could still probably break this off, because I was wanting to do some of this in black cardstock, but let's go ahead and give it another shot and see what happens, because I think when I tried it before I might have had some problems with that. I'm not positive, but I may have. And this paper is thin paper, so All right. So it's thinner paper. So I might need, just because it might need that extra layer. So I'll put the metal shim in this in now. It's gonna go through. Another thing too right now is, I don't know, I had an Anna Griffin die cutting machine, and I gave it away, and then she had this one, the new one, come out, and it was because I had gotten the Gemini, and I thought that the Gemini worked so much better. And then I got the new Gemini and got rid of my other Gemini. And it's just so powerful, the Gemini, that sometimes it's just too much, if that makes sense. So I'm going to come to this part last, because that seems to be the piece that always comes apart. I love the see, it just seems like it doesn't want to. Okay. It's kind of tearing them here. So that part right there is not cut. So let me see if I can get my little scissors in here good enough. Okay. So here it is. And I really pushed in. You can see it's kind of in that magnetic mat there. So it did, go in. I've got some gold card blanks, and I'm going to use those to my advantage. And I believe they're 4x6. Oh, it's a little bit over 4. It's like 4 1/8 by not quite 6. So I guess this is gonna be a weird size. Let's fix this part and get that a little firmer set. Because it folded nicely. Well, it's a little bit off, so let me get another one. These are just ones I've had forever from Crafter's Companion. See, they're all a little off. Like that. And it's okay because, in the opening of it, it makes it easier to open if it's like that. But, It's a little bit off. So it's like, I'm going to do 5.5 by 3 3/4. Yeah. That might be not quite wide enough. That's pretty close there. I might not be able to come in that far. Maybe I won't use this size. Maybe I'll find a different card blank. I did want to use those, though. Because I wanted that. So 6 by 6. I wanted to use that gold to my advantage. So what I might have to do is 6 by 6. How much room? I think what I'm gonna do is try, let's see, 5 3/4 here. That's right on 5 3/4. So let me come down 5.5. Here. And then I'm going to go to, let's see, how much space. Did that leave in between? About 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go, no. This is tough for me figuring this out. I don't know why. It's a little bit bigger still. Okay, that looks about right. So I want to get this edge at 3/4. At about 3/4. About there. And I figured out what I can do. And turn it backwards. And go to that about 3/4 mark here. It's just that the cut might be going the wrong way a little bit. That does not look straight. some reason it's just not looking straight. It is a little bit off here still. You might want to boy. Five and a quarter, just under 5 1/4. So we're gonna call it good. I want to call this the top. Let's see, 9, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, okay. I want some gold. And I need this to be 6 by 6. How wide is that? 6, perfect. And it's bowed. This is that stuff I got from Anna Griffin, and it kind of came this way. And it just is getting worse. I'm not storing it right, obviously. Okay. 6 by 6. You know what I might do is cut this. I think I am going to cut this a little bit smaller. I'm going to go 5 3/4. By 5 3/4. I got 2 pieces here. No wonder that was so hard to cut. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely not 5 3/4. Here we go. There is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. All right, this needs to be cut even smaller, so I'm going to go 5 1/2. I guess you can tell I don't plan my cards out so much. I get in here because it doesn't matter what I plan. I can have the perfect vision of what I want the card to look like, and it never does. So I kind of can have a general idea of what I want to do. That doesn't mean it's going to work that way. Okay, 5 3/4. No, 5 1/2 I went down to. This will go here. It's still... Okay, I'm going to leave it. Now with my black, and here's the thing is, my black's not going to fit all the way in here. So I'm going to have to cut. Not that much off. That's the bad thing about these paper trimmers that are not 12 inches, right? Okay, this is going to be just a little under 6. This is going to be my and then just a little under 6 for the 6x6. It's not fitting. It's still too big. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim it down even more. So it didn't look straight either. Let me see if it is. It's a little off here. So I need to cut. I'm gonna go here. I guess I'm going the other direction. Oh, it does it when I cut there. You know what? I think this is the paper I had the problem with before on this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to start it from the middle. This is the paper that I had a hard time cutting with this paper trimmer before. Okay, 6. I'm gonna go to there. And I'm gonna start in the middle. And I don't think that edge was straight, so let me come back over here. I might have to redo that. And I'm gonna cut starting in the middle. That looks pretty straight, actually. Okay, let's see what we get. When it comes to the card blank, how do we do? Okay, then the gold. And then the clock. I know someone told me to use the embossing tool, but I don't know. Okay. So we have this and this. How does that look? Now, my other thought was to use black paper to cut some of these other things and cut those out So and figure out which ones I want to take out. And let's see how this cuts this black paper, if it helps this part here. Or was it the thin paper that did it? Or is that just an issue with this die? Okay. So let me find a piece. See if this will work. I just cut the whole thing out. That way I can pick and choose which ones I want to use. I do think I want the clock at least. So after I smashed my car into the bin, the dumpster across the street, and they took the dumpster away, which I was very happy about. They brought in a bunch of piles of dirt and stuff, and it's been there this whole time, and they finally got rid of it today, so I'm happy. Yeah, it looks like it did better. So I guess it was the fact that I was using such thin paper that happened. So now what I want to do, and I think I'm going to try these scissors here. You know, when I cut, like I said, I know I at least want the clock. I do know I want in the black. So I am going to cut that out. And not so much all this other stuff here. But the hands. Okay, now I'm going to clean it up the way I want it. Can you hear those teeth? It's kind of quiet, but it does make a sound. It's kind of odd. Okay. So this would go here. like that. Yeah, like that. I definitely like that. So let me get this kind of clear me a spot here. And I'm going to get some glue on here. You know, I'm having fun with these dies, and I'll tell you what. There's no inspiration pictures on the packaging, or, you know, on the packaging. I haven't really seen a lot of this stuff. So there's just a few little pieces I want to kind of clean up in there a little bit. Okay. And so I'm kind of, unless I want to go on and look every time I go to make something. I'm kind of enjoying going in with no clue. So somebody there may have already done something like this, or maybe not. I don't have any idea, and that's kind of fun. So now I just gotta get it on here nicely. Okay, so there's the clock. Now we want some of the cogs, right? Isn't that what they're called? Cogs. Okay. Let me take, I think I want maybe the big cog, maybe the two big cogs. Isn't that what they're called? I hope that's what they're called. That's what I keep thinking of. Clockwork, cogs. I don't know. I'm not positive. Now this might actually be a little bit harder than I thought. Okay, I'm going to cut this one. I didn't want to do that, but I'm going to have to. I just thought if I could save it. As much as possible, not to cut everything out. I think I'm gonna go do a ring around here. Take the sharp point off. There we go. And then this. I might have just butchered this. Let's see. Let me check it again, because I didn't even have it right. That would have been bad, huh? It's a good thing I checked it again. There we go. What do we think? I think that works. It might be a little bit bowed up out here, but we gotta trim it down just a little bit. Nope, I think that just made it worse. Okay, there we go. So let me glue this down there. What do you think? I'm okay with it, but I think that I might have to add a matte of that gray, and I'm not positive I have another gray to add a matte of. Okay, let's try the other big cog. Let me I'm wondering if I should leave the 2 on there and just take this one off. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's right here. I messed up. I cut that off. And when I put it back on, it's not going all the way. So, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let me glue it on. This one kind of is. Let me check it first. Okay, I guess that's okay. No, I'm not going to do it. I won't be happy with it. I just got to run it back through and get that one on. Let me see. Which one is it? That one. So. Hopefully I didn't move my paper too much, because I just put a scrap on there. close my glue so it doesn't. Again, probably. I know that's coming off. Clean it up a little bit. Excuse me. Sounds like the wind's picking up out there too. Trying to do little nips here and there, and then don't want to end up cutting too much out. Okay, I'm good with that. Much better. I think I got black little pieces all over the place. Ooh, not on that gold, huh? Hmm. Now I need to see if I can find some of that gray. But I think I grabbed them all and I've used. Oh, I have one more piece. So that's a little bit under 6 by 6. Look at all this mess. Cutting up. My grandma used to use that word as a, like, acting up. Are you kids cutting up in there? You kids quit cutting up in there. What did I do with my lid? I was just trying to straighten up a little bit. And there it is. Moving stuff out of the way a little bit, and look what happened. So I'm thinking this would go between here and here. And then here. And yeah, I think so. I'm kind of liking that. Okay. So I need to go, what size is this? 5.5. So 5 3/4. Oh, it looks like that might be 5 3/4 already. Yep. So we get just a little tiny bit of the black here. And then we have the gold. And then we have our panel. And I think that brings it all together better. Much better. Okay, so let's start gluing it down. Let me get the black on first. Oh, and they got another truck out there. I wonder what they're doing. Hopefully we don't end up with more mess in the road. It's hard because it's right where our driveway backs out. Right straight where our driveway backs out. Is where they're putting all of this stuff. Okay. I don't know why that fell. I really don't know. Okay, and then this is going to be pretty tight. But that's going to go next. listen to tweets and they're just talking away. You can hear me talking in here, so he wants me in there with him. So he starts, I was reading the saddest thing. You remember what happened to Baby with the Teflon pan, and this guy had 3 birds that he'd had, like, I think he said 6 or 7 years. And he says he knew about the Teflon pans. What they did was this was not in response to my video. It was a post he had made. And he was saying within 20 minutes, they lost all 3 of their birds. And he said the same thing I said. How can there be toxins that come out with heat and something that we cook our food in? Because even though, yes, it's a bird and they may be sensitive and they're small and whatever, but our kids are exposed to this day after day, right? They're eating stuff out of the oven day after day. And it just doesn't seem reasonable or right. And I think with all the issues, like, so I'm older. Everybody, I'm sure, knows that. I'm not going to give my age, but when I went to school, we had like one girl in our school that had asthma. And now so many kids have asthma and stuff, and it just makes you wonder. If it has anything to do with it. You know, all the chemicals and stuff that are used. And, you know, like, I look at it like this. When we were younger, there was lead paint. Well, I don't know when they quit using lead paint, but they quit using lead paint because they found out that the lead was no good. Oh, look what I did. I really messed it up. Oh, no. It was not straight. They found out lead paint was no good. So they banned it, right? Because lead is no good. I mean, it's not even lead in a lead pencil anymore, right? Have to see if I can clean that up. And they banned it and got rid of it. But yet, they know these other chemicals are bad. when heated, it puts out a toxic fume. They know that and they're aware of that, but yet they're allowing it. And I don't. Is that still not straight? I can't tell. You know what? I just looked at this card and thought, I do not like this card. It is horrible. So here we spent all this time, and I do not like this card. So there's got to be a better answer. I'm going to have to try it again, because I'm not at all happy with that. Don't like the way that card turned out. As a matter of fact, guess what? Man, sorry about that, folks, but I will still post the video, and it's nothing wrong with the equipment I used. I just don't like the way it turned out at all. So I've got to find another answer to that. So maybe I'm trying to do too much with it. Maybe I need to simplify and just do like a shadow, or, you know, maybe just a gold shadow layer on a black background. Maybe black on gold shadow layer. I'm not sure yet, but I don't like that at all. I mean, I looked down at that and was like, yuck. Sorry, folks, but you will see the video. I will post it, but, you know, I say that I show my failures as well as my successes, and that for all this time, and that turned out that bad. So I want to say, if you like my video, hit the like and subscribe button. But, well, that didn't work out. So, everybody, have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.